So, Eli Klein, thank you.
Hello. Hi.
Filmmaker from I Dare You.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here.
Congratulations, that's really kind, thank you.
Thank you.
Could you just give us it's more for the people that, you know, for the film, the cameras. If you could just tell us a brief synopsis of the film, please.
Yeah, the story is about a group of friends who play a dare game. Each time two friends go inside a quarantined area where the zombies, which I like to call the infected, are walking freely.
Yeah.
And whichever comes out first with the proof of facing one of the infected is the winner. But, well, you know...
Where did this story come from? I know this is... Anyway, do carry on, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but during the time inside where we are with Terry and Jeff, we discovered that this is also a military experiment base.
Right.
So things get more dangerous than they should have been.
I think the problem is, which obviously you thought about this, I'm sure, there's been so many zombie films. So how did you make it different? Because you've got to make it different, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's, I don't know, World War Z, there's that series that's on at the moment, I can't remember what it's called now.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead and all sorts. So I'm guessing that you wanted to do a zombie film, but you've got to make it different.
Yeah.
What's the twist? Is the twist the military side of it? What's the twist to the story?
Yeah, the military side is the twist, and there's a big twist at the ending,
Yeah,
which
of course.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
No.
But it's different from most of all, or maybe all of the zombie films. It's more like a thriller, less gore. You can say that the influence was from The Walking Dead and...
Which is a very good series, I have to say.
It is, yeah, I like it very much. And Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So both of them plus my vision, it's the combination of all of those.
And would you mind, again, for the benefit of the viewers, I know your background, I read the bio,
Okay.
I read the material you sent over.
Thank you.
But can you give us an idea, can you tell us, in your own words, where you started from and, you know, how you came to be where you are now? Because you've always, I think, been interested in film, haven't you? That was your dream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps you could tell us.
Well, as you just said, I was always interested in making films. I was watching films since I was a little boy. We were among the first who had a VHS player at home, so I was watching films. I was doing marathons, actually, from day to night. And after a few years, I wanted to learn how to make films, and my parents said that I have no chance. I can't
That's
succeed in
interesting.
that.
So did you say, I don't know what your parents expected you to be, an engineer or a science teacher, whatever it was.
An
And you actually-
accountant.
Accountant, okay. Actually, mum and dad, I want to work in film. Did they go, whoa? Or
They say you have no chance. Only a few people can make it in this industry,
yeah,
so don't bother. And they didn't support it.
they didn't, right, okay.
They didn't. So after a few years, I had a friend that worked in one of the biggest productions house,
Yeah.
and he said that they are looking for someone in a position that I didn't want to do. But he said
But it's a foot in the door, isn't it? That's the
it
thing.
was. That's what he said. Go in, you can make it on your own. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did. I started working over there. I learned how to edit. I became the house editor. I started to direct. Then I became the main director of this post-production. I've directed the TV commercials, music videos.
Yeah, you've got quite an impressive CV. I know you've done a lot of work.
Yeah, I have. But the time has come to make my own film, and that's when I started to work. After I've left and opened my own small production company,
Yeah.
I've decided that it was time to make my own short film. And I started working on I Dare You, even though it wasn't supposed to be a short film. It was supposed to be a music video for an artist that...
What?
It was supposed to be a music video at the beginning. There
So
was-
nothing to do with zombies. Oh, well, the zombies part of the
The
story.
zombies were
Right.
part of it. I had
Yeah.
an idea to make a short music video that was inspired by The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And he liked the idea, and he said, okay. I started to write the idea. I had this short story. And at some point he told me that he can't afford this music video and that he's sorry, he's pulling the plug. And I've decided this is a very good story. Everyone who heard of the story liked it. So I didn't want to throw it away. and I started to work on making a short film out of it, the script. And then I made this movie.
Where did you get the main cast from? The girl in particular. How did you come across them?
The main actress?
Yeah.
Well, we posted online that we are looking for
Of course.
actresses and zombies, and some of the teams were people that I used to work with.
Yeah.
And the main actress, she was visiting the country.
Oh, so she's not even a resident?
No, she's from Germany.
Oh, right, okay.
She's from Germany.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So she visited, you've done a screen test or whatever?
Yes, I have. I chose her. I was a bit afraid that she won't come to the shooting, but she did.
So she had to leave the country, a holiday finished, and she came back to shoot the film?
She left a few months before we filmed.
Yeah.
She promised that she will be back for the shooting,
Yeah.
and she did. So
Wow, what's
even we had one day that we had to shoot again,
Yeah.
reshoots, and she came also for
She came
the
back for
reshoots.
those?
Yeah, so
And is it everything you hoped it would be?
it is.
It is.
It is, yeah. I'm very satisfied with the outcome.
And I know you said you started as an editor. Do you like wearing all these different hats? And the producer, editor, writer, director. Are you happy with that? Because it's a lot of plates to spin, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you edited this film. Sorry, I'm not sure. Did you edit it?
Yes, I did.
Is it right? Okay. Okay.
Well, it's nice to work with all those hats, at least at the beginning, because it's the best way to learn and to know and to master all of this. So even if now I'm not doing all of these things, I do understand what it takes and
Yeah.
what it takes. And
Yeah.
it's very important for every director to know what each section does, and how to do it, and easier.
But do you find, when I've spoken to film directors before, that have edited their own films, pretty much they've all said that the problem is that if you have an independent editor, I mean, you know this because you've obviously edited for other people, you probably know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
They will be quite harsh and just say, look, you've got to cut this, you've got to cut that. Whereas the director will go, fucking hell, I want to keep the film, I want to keep it. But they'll go, no, be brutal. So how do you deal with that? Because effectively, you're the same person, you're editing and directing. So do you have any kind of conflict? Does that make things more difficult?
No, I think that I do cut.
You're brutal with yourself?
Yes, I am. And if someone says, if I hear some reactions at the same point from a few different people, I will consider it.
How it goes, possibly.
Yeah. Unless I think that, no, I'm right and I'm keeping it in. But most of the times I'm rough with myself. I know what to cut, even if I like it. Yeah. And I do listen to other people.
Now, I spoke to a filmmaker a couple of years ago that was based in Israel, and he said the biggest problem was the lack of support in his country. Is that still the case? I mean, is it very tough?
Yes, it is. I financed it myself.
Yeah, and I think, in fact, he was talking about moving to the US and whatever he was going to do, or into Europe somewhere to sort of push his career forward. Would you agree with that's possibly a necessary step?
Yeah, sure. If I get the right offer, yeah, I'm going.
You are?
I will.
And is that just because of lack of infrastructure, lack of investment?
No, it's not the main reason. I'm very much influenced by the American movies and culture. And I Dare You it also looks like it was shot in the US. And
yeah, it was really, I like the look of it. It's a lovely look to the film.
Yeah, thank you.
I have to say, it did look like it was made in the US. So obviously you found that relatively local. How did you find the place to shoot? How did you come across that?
We were scouting for places.
Yeah.
I had a friend that knows a lot of abandoned places. I was looking for something like that.
Yeah.
They play war games, so they know these.
Right.
So they know these places, and we found a few abandoned places. Two of them was military abandoned places.
Yeah.
Bases. And the one that I thought that we're gonna shoot on, I placed it as first priority, and where the place that we shot was the second one. And I always had a feeling that go check this place. I don't know why, but I always felt it. So 2 weeks before we shot the film, I went to check this place, and it was closed. It was supposed to tear down. So what I had to do is to go to the second place and, plan B, and I have to make some changes in the script because some of them were written especially for that place.
Yeah, to accommodate the original place.
And I had to make some changes, but eventually it was better that we shot it at the second place.
It worked well, yeah?
It works very well, a lot better than the first one, I think, and we also had the distance problem that was a lot easier now.
Oh, well, because the second one was closer or whatever, logistically?
Yeah, it was closer. It was like 25 minutes drive from my place, and we had to shuttle. I had someone that was working like a shuttle all day long.
So they're literally just driving to and from?
Yeah, because this place has no electricity, no running water.
So how did you get around that no electricity? Did you have to have generators?
No, we had no generators. Also, it was very hard doing this film.
Oh, because of course the cameras are battery powered, aren't they? So you've got to have, I don't know, 30 or 40 batteries, however many you need.
Yeah, we had a lot of battery power, and we had the food, with the shuttles, always, and all the zombies, where we had to do the makeup at my place. So we had 4 makeup artists each day.
And was it shot in the summer?
It was, yeah.
It was pretty warm?
It was very warm. Very warm.
So that's another problem you've got to deal with, I guess.
It was shot at May, but it's very warm.
Right. So did you have to? Is that something that caused a problem when you were making the film, the heat, or not really?
No. The heat was no. We had no problem with the heat.
And what's next?
What's next? I'm working on a script for a full feature, another horror movie, entirely different from this one. And I would also like to work on
do a rom-com.
No.
No.
And I would like to work on I Dare You. I think that it has a very great potential to be a TV series.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And if not, then a full feature. But I think that it's very well built for a TV series because the story. I mean, if you watch the film, a lot of things were not explained even in this film.
And that, I assume, was deliberate to keep it all open.
Yeah. And otherwise, I would make a full feature, and then everything was explained, but I couldn't afford that, so I took a piece.
And why is it you think that zombie films, if you excuse the pun, they never seem to die? If you know, the genre never seems. You know, it's really, really popular, and it's been even more so in the last 5-10 years. Why it just always? I mean, I'm thinking of more films as I'm talking to you. You know. It's hard to know why that they're just always eternally popular. Any ideas?
No.
But they are, aren't
no
they?
idea. They had a few. I mean, it made a comeback when The Walking Dead started airing.
Yeah.
They had a few weak years, but people always like them. I mean, I have no reflection. I don't know why.
I mean, even something like I Am Legend. I mean, that was really a zombie film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To be frank, you know, after the infection and then he's fighting the zombies. I mean, that's going back, I don't know, 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, The Walking Dead. I mean, I think that's still going, isn't it?
It is.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I know World War Z, which was nothing like the book. I don't know if you've read. I've read the book.
Okay.
And the book is amazing. I mean, the film's okay. The book is incredible. And again, it just doesn't seem to. It just seems to have legs, as we would say. You know, and they are. They just seem to. It seems to be a genre. It's just. People seem to love it.
Yeah, they love it.
You know, which is great for you.
It is. Yeah. It's the right time, I think, to.
And have you had any interest in that kind of possible TV series? I assume that's what you're kind of pitching at the moment to see if there's any interest in there.
I'm sorry, again?
Have you had any interest in perhaps turning this into a series?
Yes, I would very much like to make it.
No, have you had any interest? Have you had any kind of conversations or
not yet? Not yet.
Okay.
No.
What was the best part about making it?
About making it?
The best part.
Well, you know, shooting it was a great experience, and then at the editing room to start seeing everything, it's like a puzzle, you know, to see it come together, and after that, the effects part. So I don't know what is the best part. I enjoyed the whole process. I like to make films, and I enjoyed it from beginning to end.
I mean, some parts must be tedious. I mean, that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? You know, whatever you do in life, when you're doing the same thing over and over, it must be difficult to, because you want to be you want to make sure that your interest level is kept high, but I'm guessing at some points when you're in the editing room or something in post or whatever it is. So how do you keep sort of motivated? What motive really makes you drives you to make the films?
I just like doing it and to have it finished and to see it screened. It's everything to me. I mean, to see it screened at festivals and hopefully when I have a film feature to see it in cinemas, it will be, you know, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to make my living of.
Yeah, I can see you're really enthused by it. Eva, thank you. That was
Thank you
wonderful.
very much.
Thank you.